Hey guys, this is Demon coming back for one final round of Final Fantasy XIV, at least for today. It's getting kind of late. I think I'll do one more episode. After I'm done with this, though, I'm actually going to be taking a bit of a break for the day. And luckily, with the ending of the last episode, we are finally on part 6 of Realm Reborn. This is actually the last chapter. We're halfway through the Ancestral Era at this point. And if I remember right, this is where it actually starts to get a little bit more challenging because there should be a line of more dungeons popping up. Again, I have access to all of them, and I can kind of tell some of them are probably going to be popping up. I think the last one we did was Stone Vigil. Yeah, the last one we did was Praetorium, which means we are probably getting down the list for the next line of stuff. I know some of these are actually just I think some of them actually don't matter. I actually don't remember how many of them there are. I know for Realm Reborn, I think we're getting close to having to do some of the repeat ones. I could be wrong. But with that, let's talk to Ophelia. Ophelia will have you assist Alphino in his station as commander of the Bristol Braves. Ooh. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. It avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. Primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the Grand Companies. My god, that's great, OJ. Should anything suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. Until such time as permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Ascians, Eorzea is wholly dedicated to the finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for the good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and seems really loath to accept help. Save that, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. I like how I'm the person that gets called out. Hey, can you go talk to Alphino? He doesn't accept my help, but when you're friendly, he does. I wonder why that is. Oh my god, I nearly lost my bird. I can only fathom why Alphino only accepts my character's help. It's like there's a story here and it has to be driven forward. Second and fourth to stand by for further orders. Seems like a good captain. Who are these guys? Higiri. Tradition Doman cuisine, we strive for perfect balance not only of flavor and texture but also of nutrition. Satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. Yes, I was foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians work closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes short as Eorzean and Doman alike. Oh god, it's terrifying. They look Banker throwing his dagger. Dazzling forage, each blossom of peerless beauty in her own. Right, the blessing and the burden for overactive imagination. What is it, Hydaelyn? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demand upon my time are such I have little choice. Which ought to say that my men want for labor, though they were already newly foreign, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Hydaelyn. No problem. Grand. God,
Hail
that's
to you,
great, OJ.
sire. How might we serve you?
My character doesn't speak.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
They being sneaky.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
I'm not a one-person army. Not at all. I mean, it gets against a bunch of level 50s. I'm level 80. Yeah. If I was level 50, though, then simply I'm a simple individual with a simple mind. That thing is, I always wonder what it would be like to not... Like, I probably would like to be, like, Gladiator or something in this with this character, but... I don't know, my laziness inside just says, no, just stop it. Get help. Because I don't want to learn. I'm not going to ask, but that was greatly disturbing in the side view.
Well, well, what brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not?
They're old friends.
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
Why y'all talk like my character's great?
I have tidings.
They are perfect.
So there has been progress.
Of course.
I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
It does seem like Rahban's a lot happier talking to his friend.
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Yeah, no problem. We just ran in. Jesus Christ. What a jump. Oof. Hunt for High begins in Scion. Suffice to say, we must tread warily. One misstep, we may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let's return to the Rising Stone and report to Commander Olivier. Fear the Reaper 8. I got it. Rising Stones, Mordona, Fast Travel. I really wish Xbox would let this game come out on console. This game would be amazing. Be a lot of fun, man. Although I see that I've been seeing things like they're saying this game may come out on Microsoft's Xbox. I think the problem lied in the fact that I think the crossplay. I think PS4 and PC people can play together. So the problem for Xbox is it doesn't like the idea of people from Sony being able to play with Xbox people again. Then I think To be honest, I would make the assumption Square Enix has to pretty much remake this game from the ground up to work on those consoles. We returned from Oldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? Yeah. You recall the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by Ivy's minions and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not want to retreat their foreman with dignity, and I have grave fears for his safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Beg your pardon, Commander, but we have not the time. Afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Yet, in time of essence, simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Eorzeea has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, I didn't even say yes. Now, Alain of the Fourth lies in wait in Tangle, near the entrance to Castrom's Sentry. Seek her out and she will apprise you of the situation. Castrom Sentry. Oh, god damn it. Oh. My bad. I thought I actually had to, you know, travel. I just think about this, like, think about this for a second. He just goes, oh yeah, you're willing, right? Okay, good. It's like, oh no, I didn't say yes. Yeah, good. Man, this game would be a lot of fun on on Xbox. I think that's probably why they won't do it yet. It's because, if I had to make an assumption, it's probably something to do with the button mashing. The Xbox controller, with the way it's designed, would be lacking. Not saying it's horrible, but it ain't good either. Like, PlayStation controllers usually work pretty well. It's easy to work with them. How would you aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now is the time to allow us to be brief on the situation. Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding our poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even sweet, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse, with her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our orders may yet be in infancy, but that bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by our comrades suffer. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castle Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Yeah, I'll just kind of fly over this. So much nicer. I got aerial view. Oh god, this place is still packed with shields. Strange. Resh, what up? This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Dab, 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 dab. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place, Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans we have be only too happy to grant you with undivided attention. If we create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Oh yeah, no problem. Me cause trouble inside the Imperial stronghold? Peg to differ. Why do you have to ask such a thing? I can do that on my own. Specified area. Turn around. And clear. Well, that was easy. I do like their mechs in this game, though. The mechs are weird looking, but they're kind of neat. You're dead. Unless you're part of the my friend. Yeah, the only disappointment I have is Red. I think he would have liked this, but my only problem is I've been playing this every day for the past like few months. So like my brain's going, oh god, I gotta go through Heaven's Ward again. I still can't believe I decided to restart. God, that's my only disappointment. So bad. Yeah, because I nearly got done with Shadowbringers. It's part 2. I forget where I was at. I think I was towards the end bit of certain. Let's see the easiest way to describe it without giving it away. I was at the highest point on the highest peak. And I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and I was blind. I think somebody who's played Shadowbringers Part 2 might have an idea of what I'm talking about. Remember, highest point, highest peak. Fell asleep, blinded by light, woke up fine. Well, less than fine. Woke up bad. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we have suffered no casualty. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All is left to report the mission 6 to Commander Louvier. Shall go ahead on to the Rising Stones. It's really funny how fast they got her out of there. Or him. I don't want to misgender somebody. Damn, that tongue go everywhere. And I'm back. Hi everybody, I'm back. It's so weird seeing my character like move like this when I'm moving the camera this way. It sets my brain off. It does me well to see that you've thus returned, though I not doubt your prowess. Entering any stronghold generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole. Have succeeded in your mission, as it your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to your expert administration, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Hydaelyn. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. Escape with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is an opponent not to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest till we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence you will succeed, Captain. As for you, I realize that you are scarce caught your breath, but I am afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Corthus. I'm granted an audience with this guardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look surprised, you familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Neato. Wait a minute. If the Wish Guardian wishes to speak with the Warrior of Light and Alphino, like nothing more than to oblige him. We've been blessed with the rare opportunity, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and Camp Dragonhead. It's a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. That reason I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emmerich wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request your permission to accompany me to Corthus. I feel that this is a waste of your talents, which could talents be put to a nobler use. So I would recommend that you be more good. Can be accomplished with a stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Alpha, no, I think you just like to use me as a political pawn. Oh, this guy really wants to see the Warrior of Light. Hi, everybody. Oh, see, you got to see him. Bye-bye. Get these political deals like goddamn money. Meeting with the Asgardian best by all means. I think it's a wonderful idea. We received no reports of your disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. Davno believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms. I see no reason to deny him. Oh god. Giving Alphino his way. I feel you never let him get his way. Once he gets his way, he's spoiled. Seated, I take the idea and explain the situation. She has, yet welcome though these overtures are, can I help but wonder what prompted them? The Asgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why'd reach out now? Would that I know. The question of their motives is not to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I have no more than generally known. Curiously reclusive nation of Isgard, situated at the center of Albathea's spine. Ruled by Asgardian Orthodox Church, the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I tried to convince Asgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I had explained over and over again that Eorzea stands united. We cannot hope to preserve our freedom. We hope one by one our nations will fall as once fell Alamigo. And what have my efforts yielded? Why not? Shall this be considered a step in the right direction? I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of goodness of their hearts. We have something we desire, though I have not yet to find out what. But, such is the nature of diplomacy, they will bring their agendas to their negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon the point and others. Let's depart for Camp Dragonhead, Hydaelyn. Our old friend Lord Horsefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Some work his fondness may prove useful to our cause. Okay, don't talk shit about Lord Horsefant. He's a friend. Then I'm pretty sure he kicked your ass. Pretty sure he kicked Alphino's ass. He comes off like a really fun guy, but I really would think that knight would be able to kick Alphino's ass. Like Alphino's like too wound up, uptight. Same thing. Aye, and ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked in the blazing preparation for your arrival. It was not do so for a distinguished personage to catch a cold whilst joining our hospitality. That's as much appreciated. I fear I shall even struggle in cold climes. Good Master Alphino in honor as always. Likewise, Lord Hoshafant, forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied over much on your aid since you have generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say that we are not the future may bring? As for Tomps, may even seek the aid of our newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries of Stormcloak helped him to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretic activity is a great concern to us all. But to the matter of hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragon earlier, and he's eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You're doubtless weary from your journey, delirious to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. If you're willing to forgo such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the tisserary. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. If findings or heard sounds, I think it best to proceed in tisserary forthwith. Kind of that point of like tired exhaustion that my brain's gonna shut off any second. It's 38. Wow. Now we are expecting you, madam. Please take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Hi, how are you?
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
I mean,
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I know nothing.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Just as we were starting to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan spoke of was bound for one of its toll of all places, honestly. Were I so inclined, I should think the gods were spread against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Hoshafon and find out what he has learned. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do this. Sir Emmerk's still in here. Oh, he is. What was he gonna say? So now the game has been waylaid by the fellows of Ascians, a name which has reached my ears times of late. Well, nobody else is in here, but for you guys, I think this turned into another extended episode. Yay! You guys getting another 40 or 50-minute episode. But yeah, I'm going to be cutting this episode here. I actually got to quit playing this for the day. I don't think I'll have time tomorrow to record it all, unfortunately, so I'll probably try to come back to this on maybe this weekend, Monday, maybe at the earliest. Maybe now. Tuesday's not going to be a good day at all for me. Actually, wait a minute. Now, Tuesday's actually not a bad day for me. I might be able to record in the morning. I have to do something early in the morning, around 7, 8 o'clock. Yeah. Monday or Tuesday might be a day. Tuesday I know I have to do stuff I gotta do something in the early mornings. As soon as I get back, I might be able to play for a little bit. Then that evening, I'm gonna pretty much be dead. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from watching stuff. So, all I gotta say is this, guys. This has been fun. I'm glad we're finally here at Ishgard again, doing some of the missions here. I kept thinking this was actually part of Heaven's Ward. I guess not. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below as always. And when we come back, ladies and gents, we're going to see what's going on at this caravan and talk to Lord Hoshafon. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.